University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the UCF Knights offense will take the first swing of the game. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll leave it with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Spins away from the defender. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Miami. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a really nice route there by the slot receiver on the slant. He took his time, he set up the DB, put his foot in the ground, crossed his face.
Wants to fire on second down. Right on the money. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go up top on second and short. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
The Knights come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They just keep firing. Working the middle, it's complete. Breaks into the open. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Sperry. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Got it in the middle, it's Rasmussen. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
Touchdown, UCF! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Miami's offense has the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Winton. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield and shot. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays.
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to him again. Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll try it over the left side. Inside the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Knights will have it 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he'll be shoved out of bounds right at the 4-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Perry. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Touchdown, Knights! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going. There he goes! And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Winton. Unloads it left, and his throw is incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, and I've been here before, Reese. Like, I can hear the trash talk right now. Like, wait a minute. I got to cover everybody in the back end, and I'm going to get sacks. Like, hey, defensive line, you want to give me some sacks, or I guess I'll do it myself.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll try the left side, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Rasmussen. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to break down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Using the quick game. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCF! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. He marched 78 yards down the field, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kent. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Back to pass, it's Winton. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Canes will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Some misdirection with the counter. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it.
Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Back to throw, it's Winton. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Gets it to him on the screen. Open space at the 25. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Knights will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Howard. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Duke has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 17 over Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Can't get him to the ground. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kent. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
To the air, it's Winton. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll take it on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the option. Creates a little room. He has the first and still on his feet. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Now on first down from the 43. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Jenkins. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Sperry. Quarterback now breaking the field.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes at the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Hit as he throws. On target to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Skips away from pressure. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Miami, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Kent. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. The 40. The 20. Touchdown Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Dropping back, it's Berry. Punts it out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Unleashes one. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Turning it on. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give to the tailback. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Lining up to convert third down. They'll go to the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kent. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Got a man, it's Cook. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to pass, it's Winton. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Nowaski. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And they went right back to the well, and that is a big-time answer from the defense after giving up the explosive play.
Yeah, it's a great job in sudden change, right, Reese? You give up the big one.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They're going to test the right side with this one. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Oh, he's got a chance! And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Caught over the middle. It's Jenkins. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
To the air, it's Crispin. Trying to find the end zone. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just 1 bowl win all time.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Crispin. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watch.
He's trying to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
21.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Running it to the right. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Got him downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak.